So first things first, I removed the canister. This piece is going to be useless. I'm going to go ahead and move this cable over here, get her out in plain view. This one goes to the tank. You see I've lifted the tank, only got to remove one bolt here. This first hose, under the tank, you'll see that they are marked blue and red. It's just a paint dot in there. But another easy way to look at it is these three nipples are in a row, so you have 1, 2, and 3. Number 2 has the red dot, and then number 1 has the blue dot. So the way that this was set up is the blue line is technically the breather, normally what you would find on the top of a gas tank. The second line is part of that evaporation retrieval. So this line, the red line, we don't need. So what we did is we went and picked up some of this. It's a universal rubber vacuum caps. This piece originally went to the canister, the one that was down here that we just popped out. This piece I'm going to hang on to, because you'll see when I get it back up to the tank, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this actual breather line with this line. And on the top of this line, we're going to go ahead and add one of our standard gas or breather ball caps. A couple more pieces here. So this hose, this sits like this, right? Remember, we got these two hoses connected to here. This one that goes into the bottom is what feeds into, as you can see here, it's marked off to the carb. So this is the main issue when it comes to not being able to start your bike right away when you tip over. Let's say you fall off, it's over for a little bit long enough, you won't be able to start it right away. You got to let the drain and evaporate happen. So now that I pulled it up, you can see that's where that hose ends, right there, right on the top of that. We got to move on to the final hose that we haven't discussed, which is this big one. The big one that went into the original canister, right here, that's hanging out down here. This feeds into your air box. This wraps around the entire engine and comes around right here. So you'll see that that line runs into not the middle one, but the second one. So we're gonna have to cap that one off too, using one of the larger caps. It's a pretty thick line. Welcome back. So we are finished with the job. Tapped off the carb, capped off one of the tubes here, removed the canister. There's also a canister brackets here. This piece, the piece that blocks off, that hangs on in the canister, we had to remove that. That torque spec is 37 foot-pounds of torque. That's what the specs are for these. I decided to flip them. I don't know if that's going to affect performance in any way. I thought it'd be a little bit easier access with that. So you'll notice up here, let's get you up there. While reinstalling the tank, I actually decided to run the cable inside. There's a recess here. That's even higher than here where I previously was planning to install it, so hopefully that works for the better. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and let me know if this helped.